Welcome to the City Current Show, powered by Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services.
This show focuses on sharing good news and powering the good in our community. Now here's your host, City Current CEO, Jeremy Park.
Welcome to the City Current Show, powered by Higginbotham. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making a difference, empowering the good. And that's why we're excited to introduce you to Joffa. We're honored to have the Executive Director, Brandon Wells. Brandon, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jeremy. Thanks for having me on today.
Absolutely. When you talk about the power of what you're doing with Joffa, globally, locally, supporting artisans and economic development, entrepreneurship, there's a lot to unpack. Let's start, though, with a little bit of history about the nonprofit. Give us some background on Joffa.
Sure. Joffa is an e-commerce marketplace, and we bring together products from all over the world by small artisan groups that have intentionally having positive impact in their employees and communities' lives, and providing a platform where people who want to buy socially consciously, looking for products that are having an impact, they know they can trust Joffa when they're making a purchase with us. They're getting a good quality product, but they're also having an impact in the world at the same time. So it's exciting to kind of pull together both the artisan and the person who has a social conscious desire with their purchasing. How it got started, I lived in Egypt with my wife for 7 years. And after that time, we came back to the States. We were helping families move to different countries around the world. And so during both those phases of our life, we traveled quite a bit. We saw a lot of different things going on in the world. And one thing that just kind of kept coming up in my mind, or what I noticed, was there were some people doing small manufacturing, little artisan groups, but they really struggled at selling their products. So they had good products. They had good people that cared about their employees, but they would put them in suitcases, literally, and bring them to the United States and like meet some people and say, "Could you buy this thing?" Which really isn't a very scalable business model in my mind, anyway. And so, having seen that in multiple places, I thought there's got to be a better way to bring all that together into one place and provide a platform that supports these people and help them scale their business. So we created Joffa as a way to hopefully be a viable sales channel for these different people, so they can focus on their community, the people, the employees that they want to really have a positive impact on, and have a viable sales channel. And it helps them hire more people, grow their business, and grow their impact in their community.
Talk about what the name Joffa means.
Joffa is a kind of a smash up of words, but basically just means joy through fair trade. And we bring joy both to the makers by providing them opportunity to have a job and the other impacts that the companies have, and then joy to the people who are buying it as well. They get a great product, but there's joy in knowing that your purchase is having a purpose as well.
So when you go online, you can see all of these amazing items, and it's a wide variety ranging from bracelets, necklaces, earrings, leather bags, home decor. So talk about all of the different amazing items that people can see online.
Yeah, well, one of the things that we bring that the individual artisans couldn't, if you're one artisan who's making a certain thing, there's only so much you can offer. So it makes a hard e-commerce experience, even if they want to do it directly. By us bringing it all to one place, it's like an Amazon with social conscious in mind. We're trying to provide more and more products, and which will grow. We have 50 artisan partners right now, 44 that are live on the site, some more to be added this year. And then we have, we keep adding new products, and we'll keep adding new products and push into different areas that we don't have yet. But we'd like to be, from the customer side, both, providing new products for them to buy, but also to know, hey, if I want to give a gift to somebody, I can go to Joffa and find something for, anybody that I'm looking for. And we need a variety of products to do that.
Talk about the logistics, the business side on your end, because obviously you're marketing to the consumer and the socially good, the social impact, and driving the awareness and the cause, the purpose for the purchase. But then on the back end, obviously working with the artisans, the entrepreneurs to build the economic sustainability and the opportunity. And so talk about, do those items, do you source them ahead of time and then bring them over here and then, have them in the Mid-South to ship out? Do they ship direct from the artisans? Talk about some of those logistical pieces.
Yeah, well, in the process of setting this up, we created a couple of e-commerce brands just to learn all the logistics and e-commerce marketing and all that. And at that time, it was a very different scenario. But for us now, we exist to help the partners. And so we're not pushing them on, hey, give us your lowest price. You tell us what the thing costs and we'll get it sold. We're not trying to push our cost of goods down from them because we're trying to help them pay a dignified wage, a high wage, and provide more services. So that's kind of our approach is different than most e-commerce marketplaces in the sense that we're going to pay what they are looking for. The actual logistics side is a little complicated because we're sourcing, these people are over the world and each country is a little bit different. And how do we get the goods here? It would never work if we said, hey, buy this purse on our website and we'll ship it from Rwanda, and wait however long that's going to take. So we partner with a company called Advanced Memphis here in Memphis. And they're another company that has, they want to have a positive impact in their under-resourced community here in Memphis. And so we work with them. We buy all the products up front. We bring them here to Memphis. And then they fulfill, it's being fulfilled out of Memphis. So if you bought something online from Joffa today, it would come from the warehouse here in Memphis, Advance's warehouse.
Yeah, very, very cool. And I love, to your point, it's not about, pushing the price down. It's about raising up and lifting and being, all in together to be able to lift community. And so talk about the success story side of this. Talk about the impact that you're having for the artisans, for the economic development and the mobility for them to be able to support themselves and their families.
Yeah. So we're looking for partners that we know are having a positive impact, that are paying, that fair wage. It goes beyond just a fair wage, though. We talk about dignified employment as one area, restoration to the exploited, education, skill development. These are things that all of our partners are in tune with. And the dignified employment goes, you have a fair wage, you have a safe working environment. In some cases, our partners are providing even health insurance and retirement, which in some of these countries is kind of unheard of. But that financial stability that comes from the job that's paid well isn't just the stability of the finances, but it goes beyond that. So it gives you a sense of belonging, a sense of pride in the work, a relief knowing that your kids are being taken care of. And so it really makes a difference in individuals' lives, families, and the communities that they're serving. As far as restoration of the exploited, I mean, that could be, when you buy something that's super cheap on Amazon, you got to think about who's making that product and are they really getting paid can they live off of what they're getting paid? And so it could be exploited from a financial term, but we also have a lot of our partners who are bringing women out of trafficked situations. And so they're not just providing an alternative lifestyle with a positive work environment, but they're providing counseling and holistic restoration of that person coming from a difficult background. And then education, skill development. A lot of our partners provide the skills that they need to do the actual work. But then it goes beyond that and providing, how do I manage my personal finances now that I have a job that actually pays me well? And then even in the company itself, higher level parts of the company like accounting or management, we've got partners who now their shop is run by someone who's, started out at the beginning, making the product, and now they're managing the thing. So those are some of the impacts that our partners are having. And they're involved in a lot of kind of social impacts, just broader, beyond human trafficking, just poverty, domestic abuse, education, skill development, homelessness, community advancement. There's a lot of really great things that our partners are involved in. And where we come in is, as we're helping them to increase their sales, the success story for us is, hey, they've told us, hey, we were having a hard time. We were going to have to let people go. But now that you're placing orders with us, we've been able to keep people, have partners that say, hey, we've been able to hire more people. We've been able to provide more jobs, bigger impact because of the sales that are coming through this channel called Joffa.
Flip it over to the consumer side, because just like you're talking about, there's power in knowing that your purchases have a higher purpose. And when you look at being able to transform lives in other communities around the world, and what that means to combat human trafficking and war and isolation and, poverty and all these things, being able to create economic opportunities in these areas through these organizations, these companies, and these artisans really does lift communities, but it fights, like you're talking about, poverty and trafficking and all these things. And so talk about it from the consumer side, the testimonials that you're getting with not only the craftsmanship side of it, the quality, but also too, what it means for them to be a part of the storyline of helping these communities.
Yeah, I think what's surprising some customers is they come to our office here, and not a customer, but someone will come to our office and see our products, and it feels like you can either have something like what we're doing that does great work, but the products are not very good, and you're just buying it because you're doing something good in the world, or you buy a really quality product, but it's not doing anything good in the world. And so our customers really appreciate the fact that they know, when they're buying from us, they're actually going to get a good product and they're having a good impact at the same time. And we like to, include information with the products as they arrive, like this is what buying this product, the impact that it had on this person's life, different variety of different kind of information about. It's not just the product, the physical product itself, but people feel, people like to help out. People want to help, and if they know it's making a difference in someone's life, they're willing to pay a little bit more, knowing that that's the impact that they're having. So people will also, not just for themselves, but then realize like, hey, I've got to buy, Aunt Susie a gift for their birthday, and they'll go to Joffa to find something that's unique and meaningful, purposeful. And that's part of the gift that they're giving to whoever else they're buying a birthday gift or a Christmas gift or whatever for.
Talk about your goals. You mentioned adding more items online. So what are some of your goals looking forward?
We have a lot of goals. One of them is by 2030, which may seem far off, but it'll come quicker than we expect. 2030 is our plan to be completely self-sufficient. So we are a nonprofit. We've put money in from selling some of our previous brands to get this thing started. It does run off of some extra funds at the moment, but we have a plan by 2030 to be completely self-sufficient, so that, any money, which for me as one of the people who put the money in, I'm excited to know like, hey, I contributed something, but at a certain point in 2030, we're going to be continuing to have bigger and bigger impact, and it won't take more outside funds to do that. So that's one goal. And at that point, we'll be buying $2.7 million worth of products from around the world. So that's pumping, economic and good and the other types of impact into these partner organizations around the world, producing, about 540,000 hours of dignified employment and all the other positive change that comes along with that. So lots of new products, new partners, just growth of our sales in general. We also play around with other business models. We have our first in-store at Stevie's on Collierville in the Square. We're putting products there. So we're dabbling in that a little bit, but we believe our sales mostly will come from either directly on the website or business corporate gifting, which we've started recently, where businesses can give with a purpose as well.
And so go ahead and carry that into being online. Anyone around the US, around the world, can plug in and be a part of helping you power the good. So touch on the global audience opportunity of this. And like you mentioned, the corporate gifting too.
Yeah. So, people can purchase from wherever they are, and they can tap into good around the world. That's great. A lot of, not just in Memphis, even though we're based in Memphis, it goes broader than that. The corporate gifting is something that we're excited about, because we know a lot of businesses, want to thank their employees for a good job, the job they've done well, gifts to customers, accounts that they have. And businesses are already doing this, they're giving gifts, but we want to provide a platform where they can give gifts with even a greater purpose. So if they can give a gift card, they can give any product from our catalog, or we also are able to put branding on a subset of our gifts or of our products. And then they can, give those out along with the story of, hey, it's not just this item, but our company is behind having a positive impact in the world, and we want you to join in with us on that. And so that's part of the gift as well.
Absolutely. The gift cards to me is in such an easy way, especially when you talk about giving it as an opportunity for your employees or others, because that way they can pick and choose. But just like you're talking about, the ability to order items and gift those that have that higher purpose, it's a win for literally everybody. So wrap up with website, social media. Where do we go to plug in, order items, take advantage of Joffa?
Yeah, well, our website is Joffa, Joffa.com. So you can go to the website. You can check out the About Us page to find out more about us, and of course, all the products that are there. We have, we're on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest, kind of the normal social channels as well. And if you're at a business, you could choose Joffa for corporate gifting. We got a special page on our website. Scroll on the bottom. There's a link to the corporate gifting, or just reach out to us. And you can, for now anyway, we donations as well to get us to the self-sufficiency are welcome. Any of those ways are great ways to connect with us and have an impact in the world.
Well, make sure everyone check them out. Joffa.com, Joffa.com. Brandon Wells, Executive Director with Joffa. Thank you for all you and your amazing team do to power the good. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Higginbotham Insurance and Financial Services is proud to power the City Current Show. We're a people-first company that protects what matters most, the families, businesses, and trailblazers that keep our community going. As one of the nation's top independent insurance firms, Higginbotham is a single-source solution for business insurance, employee benefits, HR services, and personal insurance that's customized for you. We're here to serve you, the people you care about, and your community. Call 866-377-1959 or visit higginbotham.com.